Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube. Today I am going to be reviewing my Ddrum triggers. These are in fact the Acoustic Pro triggers. They retail for around $200 or if you get them directly, buy it from Ddrum. But in the UK, if you get them on Amazon, you can get them for about 170. That was when I last looked. I'll put the links to the Amazon UK, possibly America if I can find them, and Ddrum's own page down the bottom in the description. So you just go click that. So let's get on to this review properly. This isn't a sponsored or a paid review. This is my personal preference on what these triggers are like, and this is what I think they are like. But if anyone does want to send me out some stuff, or Ddrum, want to send me out some stuff to review, I'll be more than happy to do that. So yeah, this is completely unbiased review. So let's get on with it. So the reason why I have these triggers is because I'm actually a hybrid drummer. So I incorporate electronic drums to acoustic shells or normal cymbals, because I like the two together. One of the main reasons why I have got these is because I'm actually running Remo silent stroke mesh heads, and if I was to do my YouTube without these, it would be dreadful. The drums would sound terrible because they're not proper heads, so the only way I can actually do this channel is with these. So they are probably the best piece of kit I own, and probably one of the most important pieces of equipment I use for my channel. So let's get on to some good and bad parts about these triggers. I'll start with the bad parts, so when you leave this video you'll just be positive. Bad parts about these is, first things, is a bit nitty gritty. It's just personal preference. I'll insert a close-up of that. But inside the actual triggers, you've got a little rubber bit that stops any scratches on your rims, your drums. I find that they tear apart really easy or fall off. So I would be careful when tightening these up to make sure you don't over tighten them, because they are liable to fall off. And if they do, you can just put some hot glue on it maybe, to just protect the rims of your drums. So it's not the end of the world or massive problem, but it's just something to be aware of when using these. And my next thing that I don't like about these triggers is that you need to use a female XLR to jack, 1/4 inch jack cable. I would have much preferred a male XLR to 1/4 inch jack, or a 1/4 inch jack to 1/4 inch jack, like 2-box triggers use. I think they do the same on the Roland triggers as well. For me, the reason why that is a bit of a pain is because to get hold of the cables, they're a bit more expensive and quite a lot harder to get hold of. But if you go to like Digital Village, PMT, I think they should definitely be able to help you. But if you're if you're not British or like in England watching this video, have a look on Tommen. They will definitely stock them because they stock everything. So that's the thing that I hate about these triggers the most, is the inputs at the bottom, and it will only really affect you if you want to use a Roland TD11, a Roland TD15. That's the only triggers, the only modules I can think of off the top of my head that will actually not be compatible with these, unless you can find some adapters, because they've got their own wiring system, so they have to have a 1/4 inch jack input for them to work on the triggers, which these don't have, whereas I'm sure the Roland and the 2-box ones do. So that's, if those are the modules you want to run, then I'd strongly suggest going for those 2 triggers and not these. The only other negative that I've had is some mistriggering or some crosstalk, but that can be sorted out within the module. So it's mainly a setup issue and just me with a lack of knowledge of setting these up. So that's the only really bad thing I have to say about these. They're extremely durable, because I've hit, not this one as such, mainly my snare one, I've hit that a few times with a drumstick, no damage whatsoever. The Ddrum logo has faded a bit because of that, but that's nothing really to worry about. So on to the positives about these. They're really responsive. Again, they're extremely durable, as I've tested. I've hit them loads of times, not on purpose, but by accident, and they've held up. What else? I can't see them going wrong. I've had these about 8 months now, maybe 9, and I've had one problem with them, but that was the module's fault. It wasn't these triggers at all, it was down to the modules, so I can't say I've had any real issues with these triggers yet. But I'm 8 months into using them, so I can't see them going wrong from now on. Another good positive thing about these is the price. They are so reasonably priced. They sit in between between Roland triggers and 2-boxes triggers, whereas 2-box is slightly cheaper, but I don't think they are quite as good. They're cheaper than the Roland triggers, but I think Roland triggers are better. I have used the Roland triggers, and I do think they are really good, but I wouldn't justify the extra cost to get the Roland triggers instead of using these triggers. So I think cost is very, very reasonable. So yeah, I'll leave the links in the description on where you can buy these. You can get them on sale in England for about £150, and that's incredible value. So that will be 3 toms, that will be a kick drum or bass drum, whatever, and your snare drum, which is a dual trigger one. So yeah, I'll leave some links down in the description on cables as well. I'll leave a link to Tommen where you can get the cables, because that will apply to most people. I will say, when I was looking at these, I had trouble finding the cables, as I have already said, but you have to get you can't get a mono cable for the snare one, you have to get a stereo 1/4 inch jack, because the snare is a dual piezo trigger for rim shots. But if you want to save yourself some money, I'd say get the mono cables for the rest of the triggers, and you'll be good to go, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, so I'm going to probably chuck some clips of me showing you these triggers in play, or you can just go watch my videos. They've all been, these triggers are used in all of my videos except when I'm on my DM10X kit. So yeah, to wrap it up, I cannot recommend these triggers any more than I have. I would recommend them to a friend, to your mum, your dad, your dog, your sister, whatever. Just recommend them to them. So yeah, so that's my review of these triggers. Yeah, I think definitely worth the money, and definitely have a look check them out. I'll chuck some clips in of me playing with these now. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and yeah, thank you all guys for watching. I'm Drum Up, and go drum up something cool.